3 months into my freshman year, September 28th, my mother took her life, and I just didn't know what to do. Like, I was lost, and my life just spiraled down, It just spiraled, and, that led me to the moment where I lost my leg. I was just walking by some train tracks, and, I tried to jump on a train while it was moving, and I was ran over by the train, bro, and I had to pull my leg out from that train while it was still going, and I was laying in the desert for up to 4 hours, bro. I lost so much at a young age that by the time I was 21, 22, like, all I had was the gain in life. Not a lot of people have that. A lot of people, they have pretty decent lives, good parents, they lacks the ambition because there's not a lot that they can account for in life. And I don't mean like, you don't have a car, you don't have a house. I'm talking about like life experience. Sometimes pain is the only way to grow up. You know what I mean? The only reason why I'm so driven is because I know what it's like to not have anything to
do. Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy JCW here, man, with the Da-Lingo Podcast. Not what you want to hear, but what you need to hear, you feel me? And we have a very special guest, man, the provider of the content, the podcast space, Sky, man.
What's up, man?
How you feeling? How you doing?
Oh, man, I'm feeling great today, dude.
Man,
how you doing today?
Not too bad, man. Not too bad, man. I definitely appreciate you allowing us to use your space, bro. This is actually, like, amazing setup you're having here.
Anything I can do to help.
Man, appreciate you. Yeah. So I want to know more about you, man. Like I want you to give me the description of Sky. You know what I'm saying? Because, since the first day I met you at the gym, just from seeing your leg, but you doing content, I was like, this guy has something that I don't see often, and that's what made me want to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like it's more than just going to the gym, working out. Like, you're really showcasing who you are, and I saw that since the first day. But yeah. Give a little description, man.
So honestly, I feel like I pretty much live my life trying to impact the most amount of people. The biggest thing that I keep in mind with everything that I do is, like, how can I make somebody's day better, or how can I change somebody's mind and what they're going through in their life?
Okay.
I mean, I know exactly how it feels to be in a low moment, or to feel stuck, or to feel like whatever you're facing is impossible to get through. So, I mean, I spend my whole time, like, trying to show people, like, first of all, it's not impossible. Yeah. I know it's hard. Mm-hmm. And, it's one foot in front of the other, one step at a time, to get through what you're going through. And I spend every single day making sure that I can at least help one person.
All right. Right, and that's what I've been seeing, man. Like, just from the content that you showcase, it's very inspirational. Every time I see it, I'm dialed in.
I know, bro.
It's another life.
Yeah.
That I'm not in. You know what I'm saying? So just from seeing that from you, it's like, man, like, this guy he's really pushing it, and, like, he's really going after it. Versus people who, quote unquote, have that other leg, right? But they're not doing anything.
Yeah, man.
But you turn that into such a bigger foundation for you, and that's what I like. That's what I enjoy. And some things we take a lot of things for granted,
bro.
We take a lot of things for granted. Because me as a old swimmer, what I'm saying, from swimming in high school, we watch a lot of just Olympic swimmers, but we also watch the what is it called, the
paraplegics?
Yeah, Olympics, you know what I'm saying? And you have guys with no arms, one arm, only the body, going crazy, doing crazy numbers. So it just really shows how much you are really able to do. And I know for myself, I was like, man, I gotta stop playing. You know what I'm saying? Like that, like every time I see your content, I get inspired. Like, let me stop playing. Let me go ahead and make it happen. Because if I know this individual has to lock in within himself, I know I can too. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely been a reminder of staying locked in. I appreciate that.
I appreciate you telling me that, because, like, I mean, by you telling me that, it means that I did my job, at least for one person today. Yeah. You know what I mean? The whole goal is to just, like, not only push myself, show others that I can, do exactly what anybody without a missing leg would do, but also like push others as well in that same process. So every battle that I have, every day, every day is a new battle, and every time I get through it, it's like my whole goal is to show people I can get through it, so that way they know they can get through it themselves as well. Right. There's so many great examples of people out there who are doing extraordinary things, who are just like, you wouldn't even believe what they're doing. Those are the people who I look up to. Right. People who have less than what I have, doing more than what I'm doing. Right. And that's where my standard is. Right. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm going to just say, bro, is like, remember, there's somebody out there who has less than what you have, who's just doing more than what you're doing. Exactly. And so I always like, even if I have a great day, even if I'm doing a lot, I always have that thing inside of me. It's a voice, it's a feeling. I need to do more because I know I can do it. I know what I'm capable of doing. And so pushing past my limits is absolutely like, it's no problem for me. Right. You know what I mean? And I have no problem showcasing that too, especially when I'm having bad days. I think it's important for people to know that. Right. Like, I think it's important to show when you're having those low moments, because everybody's so focused on all the high moments that the celebrities are living, the influencers are living. And me personally, even though I don't have like such a big following, like, I make it a priority to make sure I'm as authentic as possible. Oh yeah. Right? Oh yeah. And like everybody's gonna see, oh, this guy's going on that trip. Oh, this girl has this, and oh, they have that car, this apartment, that skyrise. It's like I like to showcase real. Yeah. Which is, I didn't want to wake up today, and I still did, and I still got to it. I didn't want to go to work today. I didn't want to put my prosthetic on today. I didn't want to do anything today, and I still did. And I like showcasing those moments because that's what everybody feels. Right. And some people just end up letting themselves get in their head and stopping themselves from pursuing whatever they want to do. Exactly. You know what I mean? And I hope that I can shed a little light on that every single day. Yeah. And it may be repetitive sometimes. I understand. Sometimes I'm preaching the same thing over and over and over again. You should. But it's like, first of all, there's never enough people who know exactly the lesson I'm trying to teach, because there's always going to be more people. And at the same time, there's always going to be somebody procrastinating that needs a reason to get up and keep going. Right. Right. So that's what I do, and that's what I preach pretty much. All right. And I definitely agree with that. With what you said of, even if you have to re-say the same thing, because that's important. People, it's not just about you saying the same thing. It's about the message and reinforcing it too. Yeah, exactly. Letting that message being, getting across to people, because sometimes they don't really understand. They don't know, and they won't know until maybe that happens to them, or something in that format happens to them. It could be anything. You know what I'm saying? It could be a broken car. Car breaks down, or anything in that matter. You got to put yourself in some type of mindset to change. Yeah. And what's the story? What's the story? So, I guess we'll take it back a little bit. My mother was a drug addict. I never met my biological father, and I grew up just being taken from my family, from my mother, like in and out of different people's houses, with no real sense of stability. So I really didn't know what was going to happen that day. Every single day was different. And eventually, getting into my early teenage years, I started rebelling and following in my mother's footsteps. Like, from what I learned from my role models, which was my mother, was like, it's acceptable to run from your problems. It's acceptable to get high, and it's acceptable to not take responsibility. So with that role model, I was just doing all the wrong things. And then 14 years old, my mother ended up taking her life. Really? Yeah. I'm so sorry. My mother took her life when I was 14, and I just spiraled down in my life, bro. Like, I really like I thought I was in a low moment because I was homeless. Me and my mother were homeless, and we were staying in hotel rooms. Like, that we were about to get kicked out of because we didn't have money to afford them. I started my freshman year, bro, homeless in a hotel room with my mom, ditching. I didn't even show up the first day.
Yeah.
Like I showed up like 2 weeks later, ditching class, drinking alcohol with my mom. Just to remind you, I'm 14 at the time too. And my mom actually gave me my first tattoo at 14 as well. So that's where I ended up getting like the enjoyment for tattoos. But yeah, bro, 3 months into my freshman year, September 28th, my mother took her life and I just didn't know what to do. Like I was lost and my life just spiraled down, it just spiraled. And, that led me to the moment where I lost my leg. I was just walking by some train tracks and, I tried to jump on a train while it was moving. And I was ran over by the train, bro. And I had to pull my leg out from that train while it was still going. And I was laying in the desert for up to 4 hours, bro. I mean, hours and hours, bro. I was just waiting for somebody to find me. And I tell people all the time, I said, it was daytime when I was ran over by the train and I watched the sunset knowing that I probably wasn't going to make it out. And for some reason, I did. Somebody found me. And I was just like on my last breath, like really just like waiting for somebody to find me with no hope. And 6 years later, here I am, bro.
Jeez, man.
Yeah.
That's a lot to unpack.
It is. And like, it's so easy to say because I've told the story so many times, but it's like, it's kind of like that simple, like that's what happened, but there's just so much more depth to it. You know what I mean? I can go day by day by day on like the struggles it was. The day I lost my leg, the day after that, every single day up to like today. You know what I mean? Like there's so much depth to it, but it's just like, bro, I got through so many hard moments that like, of course I have to push myself every single day.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, wow, that's a lot to unpack. And you are a straight warrior, dog.
Yeah.
And even at that moment, man, like that was your mother telling you like, hey, Sky, get up, you got this. Like having someone to come, like get you like out of the blue. Like who was it? Was it paramedics? Or the police?
It was somebody working at the train station at the time. I think they were just doing either like a smoke break or a routine check. Either that or it was coming to the end of their shift. Whatever the case was, some guy would just ended up popping outside to step by the train tracks. And once I heard it, and I was like, this is my only chance. So I was like yelling for like my life, like dear life, top of my lungs, like hoping he would hear me. And then I see the flashlight. And then once I see the flashlight, like I'm waving my arms around because I'm laying on the ground, bro. Like I can't just get up and I'm waving my arms around, like trying to get him to come here. And I mean, he's following my voice. And then he found me, bro. And like after he found me, like it's like a little glimpse of memory. Like he found me, I blacked out. And then I remember like the police flashing my eyes to check if I was alive. And then like from that moment, I woke up in the hospital the next day, like not knowing like what I did with myself, you know?
Wow. It's crazy because within yourself, you always feel like you go through the most.
Yeah.
You always feel like you go through the most. I feel like, oh my gosh, man, my life was just so crazy.
Yeah.
Or not even crazy. It was just...
You feel like you're the only one going through what you're going through.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like worse. Like I always feel like my life was more worse than everybody because, a certain time period, like that's what it was during the time.
Yeah.
But just from hearing that, man, it's like, oh wow, it's like, sometimes Jeremiah, you gotta just appreciate, what you do have in front of you, regardless of what your life was looking like during that time. Because I don't know what I would have done if I were you, Scott. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie.
I know, man.
I don't know what I would have done.
I hear that all the time too.
And that's the honest truth because, so disclaimer, like I smile a lot whenever people like tell me things like this because I try to hide my emotions. I'm a big crier. I'm a big crier. So I try to hide it sometimes. And what that is like, I know as this young man sons, especially sons of a mother, that take care of us, that provide us, that brought us here. That's more than just our mother, you know what I'm saying? Like they're the reason why we're here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's our first connection. So, man, like just being 14 years old. What time did you say? How old did you say you lost your mom?
14. Yeah.
I don't. That's high school. I wouldn't know what I would have done.
Yeah, bro.
I wouldn't know what I would have done.
Yeah, and I mean that's like a whole reason that like I spiraled, bro. Because like obviously like we know what you did. I mean, I wasn't the one that found her, but she. I don't even know how to say this PG-13, but like, it involves a rope and it involves tying it, you know. And I remember like going through our messages and like her blaming me, being like, "You're the reason why I want to do this to myself. You're the reason why I don't have a life anymore." And like, nobody should go through that, bro. Like your parents should be your number one supporter. So like having those messages as proof of like what she did, even though as 14, but you cannot be directly responsible for anybody choosing to take that path in their life, or at least ending that path in their life. You can't be responsible for that. But at 14, what do you know? You're just this emotion, like you're just stepping foot into puberty. Your emotions are all over the place. Your hormones are going crazy. Like, of course, I'm gonna believe what my mom told me.
Yeah.
So I spiraled in my drug addiction. I was taking a handful of pills. I was stealing pills from my grandmother. And when I stole her pills, I just got them from the street, and I was just like, honestly, I'm just so lucky to have not got anything laced or like any bad fake prescriptions. Like I just didn't care, I wanted to lose myself as much as my mom lost herself because I felt like I was the reason. And that's the whole thing that led up to me trying to like jump on the train was like, I'm just going to run away from my problems. That's all I've ever been taught. That's all I know. And after that, like, and it wasn't like right after I lost my leg, like it took 3 years for me to actually get clean, like I'm drug free. I don't smoke weed. I don't drink alcohol. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't even drink coffee, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'm like completely like drug free. And it took 3 years to get there, and now I'm 3 years sober. So 6 years since I lost my leg. The first 3 years, bro, I just didn't do anything. This is during COVID, during 2020. I lost my leg. So the fact that I made it here is a blessing to me, bro. Like, honestly, sometimes I surprise myself. Sometimes I'm like, how did I even make it through, bro? And then like I pick myself up. I'm like, well, I made it this far, so whatever I'm facing now, it's like it's on to the next because I know I'm gonna get through it. I know inevitably I will get through it. Like there's no question about it.
There's no question about it, man. That by itself is showcasing why Sky is here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that by itself, regardless of what you do, regardless of how long things may take, man. Like that process, nobody can figure out how to go through. You know what I'm saying? Like okay, so like my father was heavy on cocaine. Grew up in Oakland. That's he was pretty much a product of the crack epidemic. You know what I'm saying? He was a product of it, and it was something that he in a sense wanted to do, but he was introduced to it. Once he got introduced to it, he got hooked on it.
Yeah.
And because of that, long story short, he ended up losing his life from it. And this was during the time that we were trying to rekindle. I was trying to rekindle my father when I was in Job Corps. And Job Corps, is a trade school. But during that time, like, I was very just isolated at the same time, too. And I wanted to get to know I wanted to get to know my father before anything happened. And mind you, this was in August when I like rekindling that relationship in August. And then that same year, 2019, that same year, and what was it, October, he passes.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. And I booked the trip. So sorry. So July. From June, July we're talking. August, my plan was to go see him. I booked the trip out there. I couldn't get in contact with him, or his girlfriend at the time, which they have a baby together now. Which he's like, I think he's 5. Forgot how old he is. Well, he was born in 2020, I think. Yeah, but I couldn't get in contact with her, couldn't get in contact with him, and I come back out here. What, a few months later, ended up getting the news. And honestly, we didn't get the news. What happened was there was a Facebook post. It was like, can anybody identify this man? That was my father.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
insane.
my father. And I remember, like, when I was a kid, he used to come like here and there. Like, he'll come like pretty often, but he used to always bring eye drops. I always thought it was cool. I'm like, oh, what's that, like, what you put in your eye? Like, I want some. And so now I look back at it, it's like, oh, he was high.
Yeah.
Like, he was high coming to see me.
Yeah.
And for the longest, I did not like my father. Come like, do like, why aren't you coming to see me? Why aren't you coming to see me? Why aren't you coming to see me? But I learned more about him when he passed and when he was here, because I understood he would rather have me not see him in that format than any other way.
Right.
And I respect him 10 out of 10 for that, because if I would have realized it, I mean, shoot, I kind of, as a kid, you probably wouldn't really know. You probably think they're just acting like them.
You don't know.
You know what I'm saying? But even just have that respect, like, I can't have my son seem like this. You know what I'm saying? And, as a tiny, my dad was my hero. I think every kid, every kid with their father is their hero. You want to be a piece like him. And, I couldn't wait. When I was older, he was 6'2", long, athletic. I'm like, oh, we going to the league, baby. We going straight to the league. Got to high school, I'm 5'4", 5'6", capped out at 5'8". I'm like, damn.
You're like, bro, where's my dad's genetics?
Right. Come on, my mom was 5 foot, but with that, I think even with me being this frame and stature, it's like from what I'm seeing, just even from that, it's like, you're much more than just height. You're much more than just than you trying to be playing ball.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I type into myself, I'm like, okay, what am I? And over time, it showcased me that I'm a creative. But anyway, to pretty much sum that up, is like, I definitely understand like a piece of that. Cause that's only a piece. You know what I'm saying? Compared to what I have gone through with my father, that's only a piece of what you dealt with. And man, like, you strong, bro.
I appreciate that.
Strong. You definitely strong.
I feel like, I think it's very typical for like people to almost kind of like be like, oh, well, it's, I didn't go through anything like that. But like, bro, trauma is still trauma.
Trauma is trauma, man.
And pain is pain, bro. It's like, you don't need to know, or like, you don't have to go through what I went through to like know how much it hurt. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You don't need to lose a leg, lose a parent to know like you went through something traumatic, bro. Yeah. It's so I feel you, bro. And I empathize with you. Like, dude, it's hard, especially not having that role model, or at least them passing away too, bro. Yeah. When they are your role model, yeah. It's like you at that point you kind of lose yourself a little bit, because there's somebody you look up to, mm-hmm. And my mom was my role model too, and I followed in her footsteps for a long time, bro. My mom went through so much shit, bro. Like, it just, like, the things that my mom went through were brutal. Yeah. Like, I can't even talk about them on camera, because they'll take the video down, bro. Oh, wow. Like, think about all this essays you can think, bro. Like, my mom was essayed, bro, like, brutally. And I knew that, and I always looked at my mom as like a hero for that, getting through that. I just never realized that she actually didn't get through it. She was just hiding it, and she was good at hiding it. But like you said, she was high too. And as children, you don't even know what that means.
Not
You
at
know,
all.
I didn't know why my mom was so wired up or so out of place. Some days she would be so low and some days she would be so high. Like, I didn't know. I thought that's just, you don't know what drugs are as a kid, And so I totally get you on that, man. Yeah, bro. Man, rest in peace to our parents, though.
Oh, rest in peace. Even for what your mom has taught me, from what I'm listening to you, is really love. What I'm hearing is the fact that she she loved and catered to her offspring, like 1%. Like, even if in her head, or if she really felt like you were the reason, which I don't feel like you were, what I'm saying? But I just know within her, it was more mental. As I'm getting older, I'm understanding that everything's all mental.
It's all mental,
and
bro.
the fact that she was even still so strong to cope, to still be like, okay, you know what? I don't want my son to see me in this type of way right now. Let me at least, relax myself so that way I can be some peace with him. Like, that's powerful right there.
Yeah, man. And my mom's way of trying to be a good parent is getting drunk with her son at 14 and giving him tattoos. That's the best that she could do.
And that's that's beautiful. I'm not gonna lie, because at that time,
Yeah.
that's still coping. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's
For some people, that it might be like, oh, well, she's a terrible parent, but it's like, bro, she did the best that if that was all she could offer, like, I'll take it.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes people forget.
Yeah, bro.
That we were all children first. We're all kids first, and sometimes we're just trapped. That's it. We're just trapped, and it's not because of us. It's because of it's just situation, reality, life. It's all that within it. So while her trying to take care of herself, also trying to take care of herself. And do you have any other siblings?
I do. I have a sister.
You have a sister? Yeah. Are you the oldest or?
I'm younger.
You're the young.
Yeah.
Okay. How far apart?
5 years.
5 years?
Yeah.
Okay. So were you the only one in the household during that time?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so I'm guessing, so I don't know what happened between you and your sister and your mom, right? But even just from your story, from hearing it within you and your mom, she was just like she's just trying to raise a man, the best way she can, and having fun. And sometimes, we look back and be like, oh, you know what? Let me try something different. What did my parents do that I didn't get to do with my kid, or I didn't get to do with them? So you want to tattoo? So you want to go drink? So you want to go ahead and just stuff like that. Like, that is still, because if my mom would have done that, let's go.
Yeah.
I'm down. It's my mom.
Yeah.
Like let's have a good time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not thinking about what other people may think, or I'm not thinking about, like, is this good or is this bad? You know what I'm saying? Like, that is something that I know we both can share. Like, I would never think far into that, but just from hearing that, your mom did an amazing job.
Yeah.
Even though she's not here, she did an amazing job. She's still doing an amazing job, because I'm sure that she got you out of that situation.
Yeah,
you know what
man.
I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. It's. I think it's just funny because you never know where life is gonna take you.
Oh, man, at all.
And that's the beauty of growing up.
Yes.
Is like, you don't control your childhood, and you don't know how it's gonna make you, but you absolutely have control as an adult.
Yes.
Whether people believe they do or they don't, I mean, they absolutely control what they do with their lives after they're an adult. And I believe, like, growing up is hard, but it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like, I'm 22. You know what I mean? I'm only 22.
You're 22?
Yeah.
Man, see, and that's real quick. The fact that you're 22 years old, man, speaks more value than anything. Because I'm 26.
Wow, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I remember being 22. then the amount of wisdom, the amount of character, the amount of the hustle, the go getter, like the drive, the ambition, like that right there at 22. A lot of these 22-year-olds don't have. Shoot, a lot of these 30-year-olds don't have. They stuck trying to be 12.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? They stuck trying to be a kid again. You know what I'm saying? Like, since when did everybody start being Benjamin Button?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like, I would have thought you was close to me. You know what I'm saying? And like, for real, because you just have that, you have that aura. You know what I'm saying? You have that drive. You know what I'm saying? And you're doing everything right now. You're doing absolutely everything right. Like, there's not one thing I would say take back.
Yeah.
All you can do is just add. You know what I'm saying? And from outside looking in, you're doing everything right. But 22 years old. When's your birthday?
October 30th.
October 30th.
Yeah.
Like,
so I'll be 23 in what, like 9 months?
yeah.
Yeah. I'll be 23 in 9 months. I think life conditioned me to be like that, though. You know, I lost so much at a young age that by the time I was 21, 22, like, all I had was the gain in life. Mm-hmm. Not a lot of people have that.
They don't at all.
You know, a lot of people, you know, they have pretty decent lives, good parents, you know, there lacks the ambition because there's not a lot that they can account for in life.
Yeah.
And I don't mean like, you don't have a car, you don't have a house. I'm talking about like life experience. Sometimes pain is the only way to grow up.
100%.
You know what I mean? Or at least to grow in general. I don't want to say grow up, but there's a lot of people who lack the life experience because they just haven't been through everything. But there's a moment for everybody where things turn them around. I believe life will knock you on your ass. You just got to wait for it.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. You just got to wait for life to knock you on your ass. Even if you haven't been knocked down yet, you will.
Yeah.
So with losing so much at a young age between, 14 and 16, and I knew that after being hopeless for so long, that I had to do a complete 180. What's the opposite of hopeless? Like, wanting the most out of your life. So I knew that I wanted to do the most with my life. I wanted to help the most people. I wanted to bring the most fulfillment for myself, my family, my girlfriend, you know, and help people do that for themselves as well. Mm-hmm. You know, I think that the only reason why I'm so driven is because I know what it's like to not have anything to drive you.
Come on now.
You know?
I hope y'all heard that. Hold on. I hope y'all heard that. Come on now.
Yeah, bro. And it's like, bro, and when you're walking aimlessly through your life and then you find that reason, it's like, bro, you just start running. Mm-hmm. You start running towards it. You don't care if you trip, fall, hit your head, or bump your elbow. You just start running towards your purpose.
Right.
Dude. And, you know, I found my purpose. Thankfully, I also found it very early on. Like a lot of people don't, it's a privilege, I think, because not everybody has that privilege to know what they want to do with their life. Right. Some people are just doing what others tell them to do.
Oh, that's it.
You know? And for me personally, it's like, yeah, I had the privilege to know what I want to do with my life and also go through everything to create the person that I want to be in order to do what I want to do. Right. You know? So everything aligned up for me. And it's like, for some people, it's hard to believe, like, oh, how does losing your mom align you for what you want to do? Or how does losing your leg align you to what you want to do? It's like, just take a look at it. When you're praying to God or the universe or whatever people pray to for strength, you don't just get strength.
You know,
they provide you with experiences to build strength
100
and to build patience when you're praying for that. 100%. And whatever you want out of your life, life will provide you with the experience to get that.
Yes.
They don't just give it to you, but they give it to you with experience, dude.
Come on now.
You know, so yeah, man, like I wouldn't change anything that happened in my life. Even though it's so unfortunate, I wouldn't change it.
Right. So let's talk about your goals. Like you was talking about how you have this the drive in these goals. Like what does Sky want to accomplish? What's a little bit, because I still want you to keep don't tell every don't tell everything.
Bro, I'm an open book. I'll say everything, dude.
Okay.
Obviously, I want to grow social media.
Okay.
Like, not in the typical, I need 1 million followers to feel successful. It's like, I live my life with intent. I think intentions are like, they show a person on who they are. And I make everything based off my intention to help people. It's the biggest goal, right? Obviously, I have financial goals. Yes, it's typical. I want to make an income based off helping people, based off social media. I'm also building a business. Like, yeah, I want to make an income so that way I can quit my job and dedicate my time into helping more and more and more people, right? Now, that only happens with a way of building financial means for yourself. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, like, that's basic. People will say, like, oh, well, you should just do what you love because you love doing it, not for the money. But it's like, I just disagree.
Yeah.
I disagree. If you love what you're doing, you should get paid for it.
100%, yeah.
You know what I mean? It might not be a lot right now, but I think if you love what you're doing, you should work your way into getting paid for it and supporting your life off of it. Mm-hmm. Instead of being like, oh, I'll do it for free for the rest of my life until it works out. I don't think that's how it works.
No.
I think it's, you do it free for a little bit, you get good at it, and then you get the experience to charge people premium for whatever it is, right? So, I mean, posting on social media, like, that's one of my biggest goals, is to grow on social media. I am also starting a business. It's protein cookie dough. I call it Power Bites, bro.
I like that.
It's like, I spent almost 7 months on a recipe. I wanted to make protein cookies, but they just ended up like shit. And then I realized, like, every time I'm making these cookies, I'm like, I'm just eating the cookie dough. I'm like making the cookie dough, trying to bake the cookies while eating the cookie dough on the side. So I was like, I think I have something here. So I ended up just like taking the cookie dough, rolling them up, and then freezing them, which created this nice cookie dough. High protein, low calories, low sugar. And I spent 7 months into building that recipe, bro. Like, so obviously, like, people won't see on the camera, but like this station, like, is packaging, to print packaging. There's a goal board, like a board for all my goals right there. And I put a lot of intention on how I wanted this product, because even though, like, this is what I'm trying to do to build my financial means, it's like always with the intention that it's got to help somebody.
Yeah.
Like, everybody wants a high protein snack, but there's so much shit out there that's just like, it's total BS.
Oh, and full of sugar.
Full of sugar. Mm-hmm. So I made a product that is high in protein, low in calories, low sugar. And it ended up just being cookie dough.
I need that. I need that.
Yeah, yeah, bro. I usually, like, I hand out samples like crazy, bro. Like my biggest business is just word of mouth to people that I know. Okay. And like, my aunt's boyfriend just put in an order for 15 packs. Ooh. And I like, people will, like, some people will say what I'm charging is expensive. Some people will think it's cheap. I'm charging $10 a package for eight pieces of cookie dough. There's 2 servings per pack. Okay. Each serving size is 4 balls, 12 grams of protein. One of them's like, there's 3 flavors. I mean, the highest amount of calories is 160 calories for 12 grams of protein.
That's pretty good.
And, like, it's sweetened with honey, so there's a little sugar, but it's natural. Yeah. And yeah, bro, like, if you think about it, like, $10 for 2 servings of cookie dough that in a total pack is just shy of 350 calories. It's a total package is 330 calories, 25 grams of protein. Right. Like, bro, you can't. I mean, you can barely find macros like that in an actual protein bar.
Oh, 1%. 1%.
So that's like like that's like my way of building my financial means while also helping people, while also staying authentic with social media and doing everything that I'm doing there.
Yes.
So I have a whole like I'm pretty much building two businesses at once.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
That you are. That you are.
So that's like, and like I said, bro, everything is with intention, bro. Like I didn't like make a product that is like completely BS and try and sell it to people. The biggest thing is I said, if I'm making a product, I have to want to eat it myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm probably like my biggest fan. Like I eat my own cookie dough.
Yeah.
Like I make batches of cookie dough just to eat it myself because that's like, I love it. And I know that it's not going to upset my stomach or make me bloated or make me tired. And I know that after I'm working out, bro, it's a great after workout snack.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're on the go, bro, like I'm just like, snack, 2 balls, 3 balls, whatever. And I just,
those cravings too.
Yeah, it helps with cravings, bro. You know? And a lot of people, they don't even eat the whole pack right away. Like that's the cool thing is like, you get a chocolate bar that's like almost 500 calories. You eat the whole chocolate bar, you're still hungry, bro. Cookie dough is it's satiating. So you eat a couple balls, bro. You don't even need to eat a full serving size. You know you're getting protein. You know it's low in calories, and you know it's not loaded with artificial sugars and sweeteners. Perfect, bro. I love it.
And it's 12 grams the whole pack.
The whole pack total for all 8 balls is 24 grams of protein, with the exception the peanut butter is 25 grams of protein with 340 calories.
Okay.
So so I have 3 flavors: classic chocolate chip, double chocolate, and peanut butter chocolate chip.
Okay.
Right. So the peanut butter has the highest amount of calories, highest amount of protein. The double chocolate ended up actually having the least amount of calories, the same amount of protein though. So 24 grams of protein for the whole package, but 140 calories.
That's a steal.
Yeah, bro.
That's a steal.
Yeah, and that classic chocolate chip is like right there in between them. It's 150 calories per serving, 12 grams of protein. So yeah, bro. Like I said, I put 7 months into that recipe just to create a product that like, and I'm only talking about it right now because I'm just in the final stages of getting licensing to like sell to public, like being able to sell online to people and ship them across states. I can sell them to you right now, but legally, in order to sell them like at farmers markets and stuff like that, local owned stores, like that's my goal as well, getting into there. So I'm in that process of like just right there, actually getting into that market.
Right.
You know, so yeah, bro, I spent a lot of time on that. And then content, bro, everything I post, I mean, like if you look at this board, I says upload every day. Under it's podcast every Sunday. I take clips from my podcast. Those are 2-3 clips that I have for that week already right there. And then I have street interviews, bro. Easy 6-7 interviews right there just to upload throughout the week. And then every single day, just something that's off the top of my head or any way that I feel like I can motivate somebody but in that moment.
Right.
You know, so every single day just doing that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, and I love that too. You know, that's the first thing I say. I like that, especially because you have it organized, written out in each category.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm huge on whiteboards.
Yeah.
I got 4.
Yeah, really?
Man, one thing I'm a huge factor of is writing it down and seeing it.
Yeah.
Once you write down and see it, it becomes repetitive in your mind.
Oof. Yeah.
It becomes repetitive in your mind every day. You know what I'm saying? Because there's times you just stare at it, you just look at it, just glimpse, just most random times too. But it's that quick fix of like, okay, this is what's next.
So, and I want you to look at my whiteboard because I have it in quarters, right? 3 of those quarters are empty. Like I said, I live my life with intent. I only did quarter 1 because I have no intention on not surpassing each one of these goals. Like I have every intention on hitting every single one of these goals by March.
Hell yeah.
You know, so for me, it's like if every one of these goals is hit and done, which I have every intention of doing, I have to set a whole new goal for quarter 2. No. So I left 3 quarters empty because I know absolutely I have every single intention to make sure every single one of these is done.
Yeah.
By the time that March rolls around for quarter 2.
And that allows you, like you said, that allows you to just focus on that.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like, shoot, I know people do like 6 months lists. I'm one that do like a whole 6-month goal list, but chop it down, like you said, just to that quarter, just to 4 months, and to the point where now, you know, just for myself, I do a week basis.
Right.
Like every week is a new month for me, pretty much.
Yeah.
And every new month is a new year.
You know, and like here's what I think too is you're right. And people set really broad goals. Mm-hmm. Oh, I need to lose 50 pounds. Mm-hmm. Oh, I need to save $10,000 by the end of the year. Or it's like, or I need to get a new car by halfway through the year. Really broad goals.
Yeah.
I think that those short-term goals are important. Because when it's the steps to getting to where you want to be. That's what matters. That's what I focus on.
Yeah.
Now I have my broad goals. Like it's like get 100,000 followers, or like become a millionaire, or help 100,000 people make sure that they're fed. You know what I mean? Like, yes, I have really broad goals. I know in the back of my mind exactly what I want to do, what my goals are, and where I want to be. I'm focused right now on the small steps to getting there.
All right.
My everyday goals. And here's what I think too. When I tell people set goals, set them high.
Yeah.
Set them so high that you almost doubt yourself.
Let me tell you something real quick. If you don't doubt yourself within your goals, I don't think you, like you said, you're not aiming higher.
You're not aiming high enough.
Because I truly believe that. And a little bit about that with myself, right? You know how you're just, you know, talking about just the constant just creativity that you had to go through just to make, you know, the power bites, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Make it so unique, even with the name. Like, I will buy that. You know, I'll buy that real quick off the name by itself.
Yeah, bro.
Like, that's amazing. And for you, that's me, you know, with this current project that I'm working on called Dove's Content Survival Guide. A little brief about that is I was like, you know, I'm going through this content journey, and I'm having a hard time with it. And I'm just learning. I'm trying to figure out who can I call, who can I go to, who can I connect to really like help me with this. So as I'm pretty much like learning this about myself, you know, me as a actor as well too, because I want to do more within the filmmaking world. It's hard to act by myself. You know, so like it's not hard, but I choose not to. I feel like it's not real if I'm just acting by myself. So I had to make it that way. So within that creation, which is Dove's Content Survival Guide, it's a mix between. Have you ever seen Ned's Classified School Survival Guide?
Yeah.
So that's where the name came from.
Oh,
right.
I like that.
Right. That's where the name came from, and another piece came from these shows, which is Grownish, Blackish, and oh my gosh, the Bernie Mac show, right? But pretty much within those TV shows, they're sitting there talking to the camera.
Yeah.
Like they will break the fourth wall.
Yeah.
All those shows, and I don't know why, but I have always been intrigued by that.
Yeah.
So what DSG is pretty much all of that put together, where I'm teaching people or I'm telling people like what I'm actually going through. So it's me and pretty much my conscience.
Right.
And my conscience name is Dub. But Dub is just really just this next the version that I want to be.
Right.
And Dub sees myself already in that time. But Dub has to get Jeremiah there. You know what I'm saying?
He's your guidance.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So Dub was like, all you gotta do is this, bro. And you're gonna get there. Like you're there right now, but you have to believe it. You know what I'm saying? So even with that, it's like I've never seen anybody make a series of trying to teach people how to make content in acting format. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try it out.
That's great.
And then I first started doing little skits. Not little skits, but little like reels. And I was like, let's just do a whole YouTube series. Let's take out
Yeah.
let's take out the short form because we can take the long form to make a short form. So that's what I decided to do, and even just for me, shooting the videos this week. You know, I did a lot of shooting up for it this week, and my goal is to have it out by Monday. And with that, it's more preparation and time that I never thought I'll put into in a sense. And even just creating is like, oh my gosh, I feel so good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like that's pretty much like how I feel about how you feel about your power bites, man.
Yeah,
it's just
man.
that time you put in 7 months into it. Funny thing is that the DSG, the concept series, started last year, but I had to put on hold because work, life, all that stuff, and so you never really touch it. But throughout last year, I've been like doing it little by little, but not to that full extent of how I am going to do it now. But I say that all to say is by doubting yourself, and by you doubting yourself because the dream is so high, because that bar is set so high, you now know what you can achieve, and what you want to achieve.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So within content, like, what do you feel like has been your biggest lesson within content creating?
Consistency, bro. I just like, everybody thinks that they make a bad video, so they have to take it down.
Yeah.
Or they're like, oh, this isn't working, so I should stop.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's not how it works. It's never how it worked for anything in life. And bro, I've uploaded corny videos, I've uploaded bad videos, I've uploaded short videos, I've uploaded long videos, I've uploaded successful videos, and then I couldn't replicate it, Uploading every day, no matter what it is.
Yeah.
Then you get to build authenticity.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think when everybody starts out, no matter who you are, I think you start out replicating somebody else.
Oh, you do.
And it's like, not like you're doing it purposely, but you're like, oh, this person inspires me. I'm going to try and do what they're doing. So you kind of take the format that you're doing. But by doing it every single day, you break away from that. You're like, okay, you know what? I'm going to actually let loose a little bit now because I've done it so long. Now, I upload every single day. I don't even look at numbers. I look at engagement. I look at the likes to numbers, like to the viewing ratio, and I say, okay, this video did good. How can I replicate whatever it is that people liked about this video other than the other ones, right? And then I just started breaking my box, bro, like breaking out of it. And I just, at some point in time after filming myself, I said, you know what? I need to go out there and interview other people.
Yeah.
And not just podcasts, but people on the street.
Yeah.
So I was like intimidated. I slept on the idea for like 2 weeks. I was like, I don't know, man. Like, I just don't know. Like, it's going up to people with a camera and a microphone in their face. It's like, I don't know. And then you know what? I did it one time and I loved it.
I love it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, looking at it. I love it.
Yeah, bro.
It's like when I seen it, I was like, oh, I want more of this.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Because number one, I was tapped in from the start, and I see where you're going with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's people that you don't realize that what they're going through
and they have a life and a story that's worth hearing. You know what I mean? A life and a story that's worth hearing, and they just don't care about putting it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like the whole thing with the street interviews is like, you can go online and you can go find some guy in Miami who's got a 6-pack asking people like, what do you rate me? Or like,
yeah,
can I get your, like people going up to people like, can I get your number, trying to spit game? But it's like, where's the reality in things?
Yeah.
I the first interview I posted was like a guy who beat cancer 3 times and then lost his wife to cancer. Like, that was the first street interview I posted. And I got interviews on my phone that I'm not gonna.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
man, wow.
Yeah. And then like I got more in it. Like the cool thing about it is like you can get 5, 6, 10 interviews in a couple hours, and then like bro, you got content for almost 2 weeks. Right?
Oh yeah, yes.
You know, so like that's the cool thing is like one day spending a couple hours going out and interviewing people, I get to be able to share people's story, and then not also that, but like I can stay consistent with that as well because I'm building up content following days after that while still maintaining being in front of the camera myself and talking about what I'm going through on a day-to-day basis, and then being like, okay, my job is consuming so much time. Interview, you know what I mean? Like I have content backdated for like almost 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, so if there is a day where I'm like, I can't think of anything, I'm not feeling good, and I can't do anything in that moment, like I have something to upload.
Yeah.
And I have a consistent plan every single day. But that whole thing is like, I need to share what really is going on because there's not enough of it. Everybody wants to see the success.
Oh, everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Like a person that I kind of like watching is the School of Hard Knocks, where it goes up to the rich people. What did you do to get rich? What is stuff like that?
Yeah.
I wanted to do the same concept, except with people who've been through life and made it through. Not like financial means I got rich, but it's like people who have every single day stories that are super exceptional that nobody knows. You know what I mean? Everybody wants to get rich, but let's hear about our every single day heroes that we don't know about. That was the whole intention behind that. And like the fact that I was able to pull it off, and bro, like I got kicked out of Fremont Street. You know what I mean?
Did you?
Yeah. You can't film on Fremont Street without a permit, I guess.
Oh,
like,
yeah, they must yeah,
like they were on my head.
They had a lot of people.
Bro, they were on my head for that, bro.
Are you serious?
And yeah, and it's like to say that I did that, to say I got kicked out of Fremont while pursuing something that can bring lightness to other people, like I'm so fucking happy for.
Yeah.
You know, so that's the like, I don't know if you noticed a trend, but like my biggest thing is thinking about other people. Because I made it through, and I can make it through. I can make it through everything myself. You know.
Yeah.
I want to think about others.
Yeah.
I don't like. The only time I think about myself is like, what am I gonna eat today?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or like, I gotta make it to the gym or whatever. Wake it up, or like, man, how can I make money to pay my bills right now? But everything I do is, bro, I just want to bring light to every single day people. I want to like. There's so many stories that you would never know who's walking by you and what they've been through.
Yeah.
And I was so fascinated by that, bro.
Yeah.
So I did it, and I'm glad that I did it. I'm doing it next week and the week after that, bro. And I'm doing it after that. Like yeah, bro. Like I got so much plans for this year, and like I'm just so excited that I have the ability to like have a purpose to chase after, bro.
Yeah.
Like I said it before, I'm gonna say it again. Like I'm happy for that. Like that purpose keeps me aligned every single day, and I'm glad that it's a purpose that can help others.
Yeah.
You know.
And you know, another thing with that too, you don't see people oftenly, you know, going up and really just checking up on, you know, just people that they don't know.
Yeah.
Like what's something like you said, like what is one thing that, you know, what's the hardest thing that you've been through? You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah. Oh yeah, you caught on.
Yeah,
What's
like,
the hardest thing you've been through? Yeah.
Like people don't realize that's therapy in that moment. That's they may have never, they could maybe never talk about that before. Then once they open up, they get relaxed. Oh man, like that really just helped me out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And by you bringing that light, you know, that source to many people, you know, that's genius. That's beautiful. That's amazing, because that's allowing others to be like, man, like she went through that, he went through that, like how?
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, okay, like wow, like then you know, like from the beginning when we talk about, like you really start to take some things for granted. You know what I'm saying? And you know, like I love that. And I didn't. It must have been a long day, because I did hear him saying he lost his wife, but the fact that he beat cancer and then lost his wife to cancer, that's hard.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And like, there's a couple more interviews that I haven't posted yet that are just like, man, that's insane.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. So stay tuned for those because they'll be coming out here soon too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So when it comes down to when it comes down to content, you said the biggest thing has been consistency. Now, you know, as someone that I've been doing content since 2018, like very long time, and I'm pretty much at this stage where I'm in my rebranding phase,
Mm-hmm.
right? I started off doing football content, and that treated me well, but only for that time being. Legit stopped.
Yeah.
It legit stopped, and I'm legit just starting all the way over. I've been pretty much starting over since 2023,
Mm-hmm.
and me growing on social media took off in 2021. So legit, only like 2 years it was good. Like still been posting, here and there, well, pretty consistently when I can. Okay numbers, right? But even with that, the numbers, like I don't want this because at the end of the day, it's like once you just kind of chase the numbers. Like if I was just chasing football, I would not be fully living my purpose. You know what I'm saying? And with that, pretty much is what what is your what is your what is your what's the word? I know you talked about your purpose, with you sharing people's stories, but how else are you looking to maximize it all together? You know what I'm saying? So like this, so like putting everything all into one. You have your
Mm-hmm.
power bites, you have you doing your public interviews, talking to people about what they have gone through. You have your your podcast. Uh, was it Raw Cut Podcast, correct?
Raw take.
Raw Take Podcast. You know how are you meshing those together?
I mesh everything together by like. That's a great question, man. So they're all different,
Yeah.
but the intention between all of them is the same,
And that it is.
just to help somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Power Bites, they help people with fitness goals. They help people who uh, might not be where they want with their body, you know, or maybe possibly diabetics because it's low sugar, you know,
I was gonna mention that because I was gonna mention that.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
Raw Take helps other creatives, other people who are trying to do something with their lives, other everyday people who don't want to do that, who don't strive to be on social media, but they have a story. It helps give a very deep dive into their life. And my social media helps. My biggest thing with the social media is I want to break away from the celebrities and influencers and show what everyday life is like. Mm-hmm. My biggest goal is helping people see the truth, right? So to mesh it all together is like they all have the same meaning, but they reach different people. Mm-hmm. My only goal is how can I reach the most amount of people before my time ends? You know, I have a very unique ability because I've been through so much in my life that I can reach so many different people. I can reach amputees. I can reach people in the fitness industry because I like working out. I also know how to be very personable to other people who have less trauma that they might consider, or, who might feel stuck. And then I get to help people who are just going through their life, who have not had anything wrong, but they want to do more. And they look at the everyday people that we don't know about. It's a very unique position that I'm in because I can just talk to so many different people and help so many different people. And one of like my biggest goals is to like, I don't even want to put like a number on it, but like for the sake of a video, is like I want to feed 100,000 people. You know what I mean? In order to do that, like I have to be insanely financially successful.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like I want to build success financially so that way I can help people. Another thing that like I won't touch on usually, but like because like it kind of fits in this moment, is like with the financial success that I want, or at least the level, I want to start a foundation for people who can't afford prosthetics. Because there's so many people who are missing limbs that can't. Bro, my prosthetic is almost $37,000. And I had Medicaid at the time, so I got it. Not everybody has Medicaid and their insurance doesn't approve it. There's one, like above feeding 100,000 people is like that. Is knowing that there's people out there who can't afford prosthetics, who deserve it, who want to live their life, and being able to give millions of dollars into my own foundation to help people get that, just to get back to their life. Like that's like on top of everything, that's like my top goal is like building that foundation. If that means making hundreds of millions of dollars, yeah, that's what it takes. I'm willing to put that time into to get that financial success and those financial means, so that way I can go to bed at night knowing that there's people that can get prosthetics that couldn't. Whether that be upper extremities, lower extremities, anything. Because I know what it's like. I've been in a position where my prosthetic doesn't work and I've been out, I can't walk, and how frustrating it. Like when you don't have a prosthetic that works properly, you do feel disabled. And that the difference from having a prosthetic and not is that feeling.
Yeah.
When everything was right, I don't feel disabled. I feel normal. And I want people to understand that too. And that's like my biggest goal. Whether that means I have to be a multi-hundred millionaire, a billionaire, I don't care what it takes. That's the one thing I want to do in my life before I pass away.
Right.
Is know that I can provide prosthetics to people who can't get them.
Right. That's amazing, man. And you gonna achieve that. You're gonna achieve that, and bro, if you need any help,
Well, there was never a question about it.
I believe it. I 100% believe it. Just from what I'm seeing, you know what I'm saying. That I already know that right there, that's already in the flesh.
Yeah.
That's already happening. Like you already created that. You know what I'm saying. For you to create something, it has to first be in the invisible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, and that has been. You have been in the invisible, you know what I'm saying, even as a flesh, for you to grow out and really showcase that and share that. That's powerful, man.
Yeah, man.
That's powerful. And to close this, I want you to tell me a quote. I'm really big on quotes. So a quote that just sticks to you, and just what does it mean to you?
Okay. I love that. I'm going to twist it a little bit. Because with everything in my life, I don't have the capability for remembering any quotes that come to mind.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I'm going to give a quote. I'm going to say a quote. If you give up now, you'll never know what happens. But if you keep trying, eventually you'll know exactly what happens. So why stop now? I live my life that way every single day. Because I'm more content with trying and failing than being too scared to try at all. Because I always accepted that if I fail, at least I know. But if I don't try, then I have to be okay with never knowing at all.
That's powerful, man. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Man, thank you, Scott. It was amazing.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Amazing,
I appreciate
man.
the opportunity, bro.
I appreciate you the opportunity,
Yeah.
man. Definitely, man.
Yeah.
That was amazing, man. But yeah, we appreciate y'all, man. This is the Lingo Podcast. Not what you want to hear, but what you need to hear about.
Wow. That's insane.
Right on time, too.
Oh my God. That was God right there, bro. That was perfect.